So the idea came from observation of what is out there in our daily lives. Basically, we have our daily lives, we kind of access our footwear on regular basis, we access athleisure on regular basis, we access different ways where we are pushing ourselves forward, and we are kind of always going by a hunch that the things that we are doing are something which are actually going in the right direction, and we do not have the visibility basically from the movement standpoint that where our movement intelligence can actually land us, right? So first part is that whether movement should be something that we should be aware about. Absolutely. How it should be made aware to us, we have to go to expensive clinics, we have to get done our podiatrist analytics, we have to done our gait analytics, we have to go through biomechanics. It's a massive effort, and then we never know that how much of an ROI will come out of that, right? So I wanted to kind of fuse all these ideas together and then look forward to build a platform and look forward to bring this whole power into the hands of our palm, into a mobile phone, where we are simply just capturing our movement, and then we are able to, in the background, add a lot of scientific details behind that. We are able to add cadence analytics, we are able to do gait analytics, we are able to do a fantastic AI layer with agents around. And then once a user just captures a normal movement, then through this platform, I wanted to showcase that what is the missing aspect of this movement intelligence that people should implement in their daily lives to achieve a better movement, to achieve better posture, to achieve their professional and personal goals. It's just a way to kind of figure out that what is the basic improvement that we can bring in our daily movement. So that's what we are trying to achieve through StrideIQ. We want to bring movement intelligence in the palm of your hand by a very basic analytics, and then showcase a full power of AI and agentic, giving you this whole value that you, if implement in your life, you'll be able to achieve a better self of yours.
So my background as a hybrid athlete has bring across like multiple discipline. But when I had this meetup with Varun, it's like we talk about StrideIQ. Then I realized that one of the features, which is the gal analysis, will actually help to improve like runners' posture through like video capturing. So yeah, this idea is really like from scratch that Varun has created. So it came to really, resonate with me to really work together on this roadmap, because as a hybrid athlete, we need all these movements to be on track in order to avoid getting injuries, as well as improve our performance techniques.
So the problem is very clear cut. The problem is access, basically. So if we are kind of comparing fitness tech, so we have everything for let's say heartbeat monitor, we have everything for our calories tracking in terms of what we are doing, how we are doing it, but there is almost no analytics that is coming out, and that too on a persistent basis, that how your movement, which is the most important aspect if you see that way about how it is performing, or a particular amateur person who is trying to be an athlete is performing, right? So that's what we are trying to solve here, and we are trying to bring that access to a very fundamental analytics in our daily lives as easily as possible. And with the advent of AI, with the advent of new technologies in place, and with the advent of agentic also in place, we are able to achieve a higher form of output that comes out through a very simple process. The process is that you go to our app, you register yourself. Sometimes you don't even need to register. You can just simply record your running video, you can record your walking video, and that gets uploaded and analyzed in the background. And that after that, you'll be able to see the actual full detailed report of where the posture is missing what element, you need to improve, how you need to improve, what exercises you should be bringing into place. And this is not one time, right? So this goes on for every improvement that you're doing. Or let's say you go to a holiday, you put on your holiday weight, or you come back and you realize you're sluggish. Then you want to kind of again go back from, let's say, 2 steps back to 4 steps forward. So this is something which is going to be persistent. It will continue to monitor you, it will continue to keep you on track, and it will give you that visibility which other platforms would be more than happy to fuse together. and showcase that value with their own analytics.
In my perspective as a hybrid athlete, I think it really depends on individuals where they are at on the fitness side of things. If they are trying to improve their walking postures, let's say a person with scoliosis, they want to observe how they walk, improve walking posture, they could actually use this tool to help them to analyze what kind of exercises they could do to improve the strengthening of that posture. Of course, as a runner myself, I also find that the helpful part about the features is that you know which areas is weaker in terms of, let's say, if there are certain recommended exercise like hip drive exercise, you have to focus more on the hips if hips is an issue, or if there's a pain, you indicate it in that particular platform, you'll be able to get some recommendations of workouts you could do. Yeah.
So StrideIQ is built almost for everyone who want to kind of achieve a higher state in their movement journey. The key target market for this starts from amateur athletes to regular hike walkers to people who just are feeling some kind of discomfort in their daily movement and they don't know what to do. They have consulted clinics and they have consulted podiatrists, but again they don't have a persistent visibility. So again, we are not looking at a very specific demography. We are not looking at a specific group of people. This actually applies to a very larger audience, and this is something where our audience will be able to kind of engage with the platform on a regular basis. Also do a lot of social aspects around the scoring that will come out. They can kind of challenge themselves. They can be in the leaderboards of their own community. They can also showcase the value that this particular app is bringing to them and then how it is improving or trying to improve their fitness journey. So the audience for this actually is somebody who is trying to improve themselves on a regular basis, and especially for amateur athletes who are, for example, trying to run 5K, 10K, 50K. I mean, for your example itself, you are running 100K very soon. So the classic example is that with every stride that you take, with every movement that you do, and you do regular tracking and you implement the recommendations that are there, you won't really be going to a specialist. You will be actually having a specialist in your palm. So that's what the objective we are trying to achieve with our end audience.
Yeah. I think posture is really, like, in my perspective, for everyone who just want to really understand how their movement are like. And of course, because it's not a one-time off, you have the access to the platform anytime. You can track your movements over time, whether you be improving with the recommended workout or the workouts or coaches you have in person who is building you the programs, and you could share all this insight with like your coach, your gym coaches, or any individual coaches, personal trainers, to help you to fix that strengthening part when you have all these analytics as supporting evidences. Yeah, so that is, I think, basically StrideIQ is for everyone.
That's the initial concept. When we were building it out, I was very clear that we do not want to go to a route where we are doing clinical recommendation. That's something obviously which comes with the years of experience, and we really appreciate the great work that our practice do, that our clinics do, our movement coaches do. So that's pretty much very clear from the get-go. So from our side, what we have done is this is a pure recommendation platform. You can assume this is your fitness coach. So it will give you all the recommendations for improving your movement. But in case, let's say there is injury or there is some kind of actual threat that is there, then clear messaging will be that you need to consult a professional in that case. So from our side, the boundaries are clear. We are here to give you full recommendations, handhold you in your fitness journey, give you an insight, give you the pathway towards improving your movement. But in the end, if there is, let's say, a clinical requirement, then we'll be more than happy to kind of give that pathway to you. But from our side, we are purely from the recommendation standpoint.
Planned.
So the vision is quite substantial. So what we are trying to drive this in a direction is eventually we want to make this extremely automated, and then the world is going in that direction where automation, where reliance on AI is becoming more and more. Recently, I was reading statistics that traditional institutions like banking and everyone who were kind of always the last to adopt technologies, they are becoming now the first and the fastest to adopt things like AI. So that kind of changes the whole paradigm, and that's what we want to kind of align with the direction of where the world is going. So let's say our 5-year goal is to make this a fully automated wearable tech platform wherein this becomes extremely integrable to how we capture our movement on daily basis. You don't need to really capture anything. We'll be able to kind of capture it from your wearable tech inside the platform itself. So eventually, in the end, it's going to be a seamless experience where our tech is going to be reading you throughout the journey that you want to achieve in your fitness and give you the customized and focused recommendations to improve your posture, to kind of add to your fitness journey, to achieve a higher state of improvement in your overall objectives that you want to achieve. So everything we want to achieve as part of transitioning this to a seamless fitness tech, wearable tech platform. So that's something where we are already in very advanced stages, and we are kind of looking to launch our next series of products, which would include smart insole, which we are planning to launch by the end of next year, and then the integration with wearable tech, which includes smart eyewear, which includes watches, which includes rings. Everything is something which we are already in very advanced stages to kind of provide our integration and fuse them through our RESTful API so that we are able to kind of make it more democratized. So we want to kind of achieve a higher state of giving you a seamless experience, and in the end it's something where you might not be even need to kind of deviate from your routine. It will just be something which will be aligned with you as an assistant and will keep nudging you. It will keep giving you direction that this is something which you want to achieve, how you'll achieve it, these are the steps that you need to take. If you're going backwards, it will nudge you. If you're going forward, it will again give you that direction, and it's going to be aligned with your objectives that you actually configure.
On my end, as the partnership officer, I think the exciting part about this is that we have a lot of wish lists on the list. Some examples is like partnering with modeling agencies to work with models on improving their movements. So there's a lot of pipelines on how the features will be expanded, not just walking and running, but really integrating with the partners companies that we'll be working with into their platform system if they have it, if not tapping on our platform so that we could provide them something for their users to really track the movement, improve what they are expecting of individual, whether it's an athlete, a model, or anyone that is having this movement thing that is important. So those will be those markets that we will look into, and from there we will be improving our product features and eventually moving towards the wearable tech, which is trendy nowadays for fitness tech. Yeah. So a lot of exciting things to look forward to. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.